What's going on, everybody? This is Intergalactic Brew, and I wanted to just make a video and comment on something that I just watched. MMAProfessor, you're a knowledgeable guy. I think you're a real cool guy. I think you're a guy that tells it like it is. But I just got finished watching your video about Jon Jones, and it was something on there that really didn't rub me the right way. And I noticed that you had the title description at the top of your video saying that Jon Jones is Jesus. That don't sit too well with me, bro. And, you know, I'm not trying to get into a big argument, you know, about spirituality or nothing like that, because I don't argue over nothing like that, and there's nothing to argue over. But I really think, and don't take this the wrong way, you know, but if you do, you know, so be it. I'm just speaking my piece here because I have that right. But you putting a title description on your video saying that Jon Jones is Jesus, nah, man, you tripping hard. You're tripping real hard. I'm talking about you trip so hard that the scar is invisible. Or, you know, maybe the scar might be visible, but anyway, whatever. Bottom line is, MMAProfessor, you need to slow down, okay? Seriously. I'll admit, Jon Jones did look impressive tonight. That was probably one of the more shocking performances I've ever seen from anybody that has faced Shogun ever. Jon Jones did prove, you know, that he is the future. He is the next generation. You know, he is the one that could possibly take over the 205-pound division. But for you to sit up here and say that he's Jesus or that he's a superhero, dude, you are seriously tripping. Like you've bumped your head somewhere. I mean, I don't know if it was that green beer that you had the other day when it was St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you drunk a little bit too much of it. I don't know if you were tipsy. I don't know if you were high. But whatever you are, you need to go in the bathroom and wash your face with a hot rag and bring yourself back down to reality, because you are getting way too deep into Jon Jones. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. He is. You know, he's a very unique individual. Something I've, you know, never seen before. He's sort of like Anderson Silva in a way. Anderson Silva is a very unique individual. And he's a great fighter, too, at the same time. But at the same time, just because he's great, you know, and just because he's basically made most of his matches leading up to him winning the title tonight look like clockwork, you don't put him on that pedestal. He's not Jesus. Trust me. And I don't even think he would appreciate you calling him that. Okay? So, you know, I understand that you like the guy. I like the guy too. As a fighter, I love him. But that doesn't mean I'm going to massage his ego that much to the point where I'm going to start putting him on the same level as the Lord. Like, you really need to check yourself on that, MMAProfessor. I'm serious. Now, you may think that I'm hating or whatever, or you might think that, you know, I'm just angry old black dude trying to lash out at you because I'm mad that Shogun lost the championship tonight. No, I'm not. I wasn't surprised. I said coming in that Jon Jones had a chance. You know, he executed the game plan that he was supposed to execute. He took Shogun down. He wore him down. He wore him out. He used his size to his advantage. You know, he used the elbows. You know, he was unorthodox. So, congratulations to Jon Jones. Kudos to him. You know, he's the champion. Bottom line, I can accept that. I would have loved to see Shogun beat him, but, you know, it was a bad matchup for him. But although I still believed in Shogun, and I still think Shogun could have found a way, but, you know, hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. But getting back to my main point, though, you know, you really need to calm that down, MMA Professor. And I know you're probably going to watch this video and you're probably going to be like, don't take it personal. Well, I take stuff like that personal. Because I'm a spiritual person myself. And I get offended when, you know, people get so caught up, you know, in a certain individual just because they have, you know, breathtaking talent, or, you know, they do these incomparable things in their profession or in life, period. But that does not give you any right whatsoever to put him on a pedestal with Jesus. And I just wanted to let you know that, man, like straight up, you know, because actually I liked the video. I liked everything that you were saying, just until I read that description, the title of your video. That didn't sit too well with me. And another thing you're saying, that, you know, he's unstoppable and all this other stuff, that's another thing that really made me scratch my head. Jon Jones is stoppable. It's just that he hasn't faced the right opponent. Number one, the guy is gargantuous. He's 6'5". He has what, a 84-inch reach advantage. He's extremely slim and long. He's really the light heavyweight version of Anderson Silva, pretty much. And he has a very big frame. Shogun was outmatched. Okay. I'm sure, you know, there might come a competitor that the UFC might sign, especially since they just struck this new deal with Strikeforce. You know, maybe it might be somebody that might come along that can match up with Jon Jones, not only in skills but in size and in height, and maybe might have just as long limbs as Jon Jones. So MMA Professor, you know, don't you know, drink too much of this Jon Jones Kool-Aid, if you want to call it that, because Jon Jones can be beaten. There are guys out there that can beat him, and some of those guys are in the UFC. There are people in the UFC that can beat him. And frankly, you know, I think it's also disrespectful of you to just completely forget about Anderson Silva. You know, talking about Jon Jones can go down to the middleweight division and wipe that whole division out. No disrespect, man, but that's bullshit. Okay? That is complete bullshit. 100% proof. I guarantee you, if there's not, if not the whole middleweight division, I guarantee you, at least it'll be about 2 or 3 guys in there that I think that will handle Jon Jones, or that can handle Jon Jones. I think there's Yushin Okami. There's Anderson Silva himself, the UFC middleweight champion. Are you kidding me? Anderson Silva is just as well-rounded, if not more well-rounded, just as big as Jon Jones. His limbs are just as long as Jon Jones. And his skills are just as good as Jon Jones. So what the heck are you saying? Talking about he'll wipe out the whole middleweight division. Come on, man. Seriously? I know you better than that, MMA Professor. I know you better than that, man. Like, seriously, come on. Do you really actually believe this? I hope you're being sarcastic. I really hope you are. I really hope you are. Because if you're not, you have seriously tripped and fallen and bumped your head. Or either you've been drinking too much damn beer. Because you know what they say, the truth comes out when you're drunk. So, I'm just saying. But I will admit, Jon Jones, he is great. He is the UFC light heavyweight champion. He did dominate Shogun tonight. Okay, and that's that. But I am not gonna ever, I wouldn't dare say that Jon Jones is Jesus or Jon Jones is a superhero or he's unstoppable, because every man is unstoppable. Every man is unstoppable. It just has to take the right person to stop that person. I mean, you want to talk about Superman and Spider-Man and all these people and superheroes. Well, if you want to put it in that scenario, then let's break it down like this. Okay, Superman, yes, he was strong. Yes, he was powerful. And yes, he did seem unbeatable. But until he met who? Lex Luthor. And what is the one thing that Lex Luthor had that Superman was immune to? Kryptonite. Same thing with Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. Okay, you know. So everybody has, you know, their Achilles heel. It's just going to take a certain individual, a very special individual, to figure out Jon Jones' Achilles heel. He has some. Don't act like he doesn't have any, because he has some. Okay? But anyway, I'm not going to spend this whole time, you know, babbling on about this. I just wanted to set you straight, Mr. MMA Professor, before, you know, you lose your damn mind, you know, and you talk, you know, a little bit too far, you know, out of your mouth. Okay? So, the point, this is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to end it here. Jon Jones is the future of MMA. Jon Jones hopefully will be a great champion and hold the belt for a while, if he doesn't lose it when he beats Rashad, or if he beats Rashad. And Jon Jones is going to be a household name sooner than later. But don't ever try to say that he's unstoppable, or don't ever try to say he's a superhero. And for Pete's sake, don't ever say that Jon Jones is Jesus, because he is anything but Jesus. Okay? Far from it. Alright? Seriously. Far from it. But yeah. That's pretty much it. So, MMA Professor, you know, just calm down, take a few deep breaths, woosah, and get your head right, because you just talking, you know, all strange right now. You're talking really, really crazy, and it's gonna be more people than just me that thinks, you know, that you're gonna be talking stupid. So, you know, I just wanted to let you know that. But like I said, Jon Jones is great. He did win the title tonight. Congratulations to him, but he can be beaten. And you really need to realize that, if you haven't already. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. MMA Professor, you be cool, man. Stop drinking that Jon Jones Kool-Aid and stop buying into the hype so damn deep, man. It ain't that damn serious. Anyway, God bless. Deuces.